Good afternoon and welcome to this webinar. I'm Umberto and I'm CMDBuild UI project lead. And today I will present you the new features about CMDBuild 3.4. Now, what are going to see in this webinar? In this webinar, I will present you the new features, but what's new in this version? We have added the new type of attributes. We have made some improvements to existing attributes. Then we have added the possibility to configure inline widgets. Then we have made GIS improvements. We have added a new IFC viewer and we have a new CMDBuild service bus, and we have also other minor features. Which are the new type of attributes? We have added the link attribute. The link is composed by URL and label, and it is configurable to show only the URL or also the label. Then we have added the file attribute. This allows users to upload files directly on card editing. Then we have added a formula field attribute, which is a read-only attribute. And we have added a multi-value lookup. Users here can select several values from lookup. Then we have also implemented the big integer attribute. Then we have also made some improvements to existing attributes. Especially, we have allowed the configuration of string as attribute as a password. In this case, the value is saved in encrypt mode in the database. Then we have added the support for Markdown in the text attributes. And finally, we have added the support for one-to-one domains in reference field. We have implemented the inline widgets. With this configuration, users can, sorry, just a moment. Okay. Now, do you listen me? Is it better? We have added inline widgets. Within this configuration, it is possible to display widgets directly in the form. And the widgets can be positioned before or after a specific field. Field set is an attributes group, or can be these widgets can also be configured to be displayed open or closed at the form opening. Then we have also made some improvements to the GIS module. Especially, we have added a configurable info window for the geographical attributes. We have added the geometries labels in the map. Then the users can see the labels on the points or the polylines and so on. We have allowed the management of shape files directly from the map. Before this, in the previous releases, the management of the shape files was in the administration module. But now users can manage them directly from the map. Then we have also enabled the multi-selection of the points in the map, and we have also added the possibility to organize the layers in a menu, and then we have allowed the cars management directly on the map. It is possible to create new cars by adding the point and then fulfill the form of the car, or it is possible to manage, edit the card without switch to the list, but remaining on the map. And we have also added the possibility to print the map. Sorry, okay, there are some problems with the microphone. Let me, okay, let's see it now. It's okay. Then we have also added the new IFC viewer. The new IFC viewer is implemented with the open source project XeoKit SDK, and its main features are speed of loading and rendering of thousands of objects, the double precision rendering that allows the precise visualization of the geometry of a building model, APIs specially designed for BIM and AEC applications, and a known WebGL engine specially designed to display high precision BIM models and compatible with most browsers. The functionalities that we have implemented with this new AFC viewer are the hierarchical navigation of the objects, the list of the types of objects, the display of information about the selected object if it linked to a card on CMDBuild, the 3D and 2D view change, the possibility to change the view, the possibility also to change the perspective or orthogonal view, then the possibility to select the design and view the interior of a building, and then there is also a navigation cube to help users orienting the drawing. Then we have also added a new CMDBuild service bus called Waterway. The goal of this new service bus is to support more efficiently interoperability with other systems, providing shared communication service to CMDBuild-based applications. The new CMDBuild service bus provides the following functionalities: the management of flows of data and messages, reception, routing, processing, and sending, distributed load management, the interoperability with external systems, error and notification management, and chat and in-app notification integration. But for all these features, we have scheduled a new webinar, and then you can save the date because it's the 17th of February. Then we have also added other minor features. We have improved the history, because we have restored the relation history, and also added the user description in the relations grid. We have made some other improvements for the attributes. For example, we have added an icon on reference fields display to open the related card. Then you can navigate in the related card. And we have also added the configuration to show the field health also view mode, not only in edit or creation mode. And we have also added the possibility to hide attributes from the list when you are going to create a filter on attributes. Then we have also added the possibility to configure layout for closed instances, and we have added the possibility to generate big reports in asynchronous mode with the new service bus. Then we have made some improvements in views from join. We have added per join configuration to enable user privileges filter, or we have also added the configuration of custom menu items. We have improved the permissions, have added the group configuration for enable or disable the bulk actions, and we have also added permission management for the geographical attributes. We have improved the field features editors in the administration module, and we had also added the function filter functionality for the filters that are created from the administration module. All these features are implemented are available also for the vertical solutions, CMDBuild ready to use and OpenMine. Now let's dive into the changes. Here I have an instance of CMDBuild. I have created a card, a new class for this webinar, where I have all the new attributes that I've presented before. Here we can see the new attributes in view mode. We have the link attributes with the label, and if configured, or we have the link with the URL. All these links are clickable, and if I click the link, a new tab will be opened with the URL. Then we have the file attributes. For the file attributes, we can configure if we want to see a preview, or if we don't want to see the preview. If we don't enable the preview, we see in view mode the file name, and if we enable the preview, we can see the preview. If I click the link, the file will be opened, and here in this icon, I can see the metadata of this file. The files that are uploaded here in the card will be available also in the attachments tab. Then we have the formula attributes. For the formula attributes, we have two types of options for populate this field. We can create a Groovy script managed directly from the administration module, or we can use the SQL function inside the database. The formula fields are in read-only mode. Then we have the multi-value lookup. Here we can see the selected selected values for this lookup. You can see that the values are separated by a comma, and if I have configured an icon for my lookup value, I can see it. And also if I configure the color, here I can see the values with the color configured by the administrator. Sorry. Then we have the management of big integer, and here we have the password fields. Password fields are password fields have three different levels of security. You can configure attributes password fields to allow users to show the password for all users or only for the user who have the edit permission on that field, or you can decide to configure the password to be hidden to everyone. Then here we can see the markdown attribute, the markdown text, which is converted in HTML. Here there is an example of markdown, and then last here we have an example of reference of domain one-to-one. If I click here, I can access. I go directly in my in the other in the card, in the linked card. This is the icon to navigate from reference. In this case, I have added the domain one-to-one in both classes, and then I can navigate from one class to the other. Well, if I go on edit, sorry, just a moment that I have to verify the audio. Just a moment. Okay, now how he's now? I don't know. Okay. Sorry. Here this is the card in edit mode. Here we can see the links. The links are composed from by two text areas. The first with the link and with the URL, sorry, and the second one with the label. We can make several configurations. The default one is to have the optional link and label. If I type a label, the URL becomes mandatory. Then I can configure also the required label. Now, if I remove the label, I cannot save because the form is not valid. Or I can configure also a link without label, or I can also configure the required link with the required label. Then here we have the possibility to upload the files directly from the form. From here I can browse my PC to upload the file, and below the file we can see the metadata form, and these are the attributes of the model for this file. In this case, I have uploaded one PDF and one PNG file. Here I have the formula script, the formulas, and the formulas are in read-only mode. Here I cannot change the value for these values. Then I have the multi-value lookup. Here I have the list of all available lookups. If I select one, I can choose all the lookups that I want. I can remove them, or if I want, I can type for filter them, and so on. Then we have the support for the big integer, and here we have the password fields. And if the user have the permission to see the password, here I can see the password, and if I don't have the permission to see the password, I'm not able to view the previous password. But if I type a new password, I can view it. And then let's see, the markdown is a text area field where users can add the text, and this text will be converted in HTML for the view mode. And finally, here we have the reference, and here we don't have any other. This is like the other references. Then I can choose the card to link to this to this card. Well, now let's see how we can configure these files. If we go in the administration module, in the attributes tab for this class, we can see that for link type, we have the new type link, and when we configure the link type, we can choose if to show the label or not to show it. And if we decide to show the label, we can also mark the label as mandatory. Okay. For the file fields, when we choose the file field, we have the possibility to choose. We have to choose the DMS category, and then we can also decide if to show the preview or not. Then for the lookup array, we don't have any special configuration. It is has configured a standard lookup. Then you have to choose lookup array, and then you can choose the lookup type. The difference between these, the only difference is that here you cannot select multi-level lookup. Then the big integer is as integer the integer attribute. Then you can configure the unit of measure and the check to show thousand separator. Now for the password fields, you have to choose as type the string, and as editor type the password editor. Then you have to choose the security level. Then if you want to show the password to all users, to nobody, or only for users who have the right permission. Then we have the markdown which is a change on a new editor type for the text attribute. Okay, and then you can also choose the content security if you want to have HTML safe or not safe. Then there are no special configuration for the domains for reference with domains one-to-one. And here finally we have the configuration for the formula attributes. When you choose has type formula, you have to specify the type. Type can be script or function. The script, then you have to select the script created in the administration module, or if you choose function, you have to choose a function saved inside the database. Now then, let's see where to manage the scripts. Here in the custom components, we have added a new menu item, which is scripts, and from here you can add or manage the scripts. You have to assign a name, a description, and here you must enter your Groovy script code. And then this script will be executed every time you open a card that shows that that uses this script. Now I think that is everything about the new attributes. Let's see now the configuration. Sorry, no. I want to show you how the inline widgets. Now here we have in the service request the yes, here we have two widgets configured for this class, and the first widget is to configure the work orders, and the other one is to configure the knowledge base wiki. As you can see, these widgets are inline, they are inside in the same form of the card. Okay, here you can see that the configuration of work orders is closed and the knowledge base is open. Let's see how to configure this this feature. Sorry. Here in the class service request. Sorry. I have to change the. If I go in edit on the class, in the form widget, we have added the property inline true, and in this case inline closed. But if I want, I can also add the inline before, and then here I write the label of the field set, then base data. Now if I save the changes on my class, and if I go back in management module and I refresh the page, now I've moved this widget before the base data group field set. Then as you can see, it is possible to configure the widgets to be shown in line in the card, and also it is possible to configure if show it closed or open, and where and the position of this widget. Good. Now I want to show you the changes that we have made in the GIS module. Then if I go, and now I use the OpenMind database to show you the changes. First of all, in this for this demo, I've added for the building a new file attribute called photo, and I've configured an info window. Then if I go on the map, here I can see the info window for the points of the map. I've configured then an image, the field where to get the image, and then I have configured some data to display here in this info window. To do this, in the administration module, for the building, for the geo attribute point in the building, here we have added a new field set info window with the flag enabled. Then you can also disable the info window, and then we have configured it is possible to configure the image to show, and this is a list of all file attributes of the card. And then I've configured the content. The content is an HTML configuration, and here it is possible to use SQL query language to have dynamic information. In this case, I have the description of my card, then I have the label of the attribute address, and I have the address, the zip code, and the city. The result is this one. For every card, I have the info window. For example, I have also this one. In this case, I don't have any image, and then the image is not displayed. Good. We have also added the possibility to show the labels on the points, or on the geometry, sorry, in the map. Then here in the bottom of the map, we have added the possibility to show to select if we want to show the labels or not. By default, the labels are hidden, but we can also decide to show the labels for the selected item, or we can decide to show the label for all buildings, or for all items visible in the map. In this case, if I zoom the map, here you can see that we have a lot of we have all the label for all the geographical information displayed on the map. Now, if we have if I go back with a zoom out, we have added the possibility to show to enable the multi-selection on the map. Then if I click on the contextual menu icon, I enable the multi-selection, and from here now I can select several buildings. Here we see that these buildings are also selected in the list. I can also select them directly from the list, and so on. And here I can also configure, for example, a custom menu that uses a custom menu item that uses this selection. For example, I have created a custom menu that displays the list of selected items, and these are the selected items. If I click on this item, no, sorry, not now. Now this item is not selected, and if I open this content menu item, I see that the selected items are 3. Okay, another, if I zoom now, the other feature is to organize the items in the organize layers in a menu. Then here it is possible to configure a custom navigation custom menu to organize the geo attributes. And for example, here I have created a folder for the location, a folder for devices, and subfolders, for example, for telecommunication devices, for fire protection devices, for sanitation devices, and so on. Then I have a folder for outdoor elements, and then we have all the items that are not configured in the menu. Now, this allows me, for example, to hide all devices if I want, or if I want, I can also hide all climate control devices, or a single for example, a split if I want to hide only the split. To do this, we have added in administration module a new configuration under the GIS menu item, which is layers menu. From here, users, the administrator can configure the menu for the layers, can add new folder, and if I add the folder, it is appended here, and from here I can select and organize my menu. Okay, I think that it's everything about the GIS module. Now, sorry, I want to show you the new BIM viewer. Here, I'm hoping this viewer is built with the XeoKit SDK, and here on the left we have several informations. The first tab is the objects hierarchical menu, and then here we can see we have all elements and in a hierarchical mode. Then we have the list of all the layers, of the visible layers. From here We can also decide to show or hide something. Okay, and for example, if I click this window, and if this window is related to a card, here I have also the information about that card. Here I have all the information, and then we have some other properties of the BIM project. Now let's see the which are the features available on this new BIM viewer. First of all, we can reset the view with the first action. Then we can change the viewer controls mode. We can, if I click here, when I move the mouse, I scroll the image, and if I click another time, when I activate the rotate mode, then users can rotate and the BIM project. Here we have the cube to that allow us to position the drawing. Then we can switch to the 2D view, for example now, and this for example from here, for example, I can remove some layers, then I can see all the levels. I can zoom, for example, or zoom in, zoom out. Okay, and then I can switch to the 3D view. I can switch to the orthogonal view, or go back to the perspective view by using this icon. And then another feature is to slice an object. If with this feature, I can slice and view inside a building in this case. Then if I disable, then I can rotate, I can zoom in, zoom out, and then I can reset the slice, and then now I view all the BIM project. Okay, these are the features implemented in the new BIM viewer. I show you now just some other things. For example, I talk about the improvements on the history. Sorry. Okay. If I open the history tab, here we have added some checkbox to show also system changes or the reference relations changes, or also the other relations. Then from here we can choose which kind of history we want to show. And we have also added the user description. Then we have the username and the user description. In the administration module, we have improved the management of permissions. We have added, for example, the possibility to configure the permission for not this, but on filters. From here we can configure the GIS privileges for the geo attributes. Okay, and we have also added the possibility to manage the from here the bulk actions, the default for this group. In previous versions, it was possible to configure only globally or in a single class. In this new version, we have also added a default for the group, and then I think anything else. Then okay, so now I have finished with my presentation. If you want to keep in touch with us, you can visit our website, or you can subscribe the newsletter, or follow us on Twitter, or subscribe the forum. And for other information, you can write us to sales@tecnoteca.com. I thank you everyone for your attention.